when I think about a sales manager's time, right? What I coach to and what I talk about is, 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities, right? Everyone knows the 80-20 rule. People just don't apply it properly. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. So if you first of all understand what your job is, which is to make your people better, what actions actually make your people better? Is actually a very small amount of like activities that make your people better.
Mm-hmm.
One is properly run one-on-ones, right? Properly run one-on-ones, right? Where there is an agenda, people are prepared, there are action items, right? The reps are clear on what they need to prepare with, the manager knows what they need to prepare with, and both sides come together and work through it. So having a great one-on-one, that's where your time goes. Second is observation, right? So this is call reviews or process reviews. You need to understand what your people are doing and running into in order to then step 3, role plays and practice sessions, right? Where you're doing something to develop skill. And this is where a lot of managers go wrong. They think they're coaching when they're not, right? Hey, I keep getting this objection. And the manager goes, oh, here's how you handle it. And the rep goes, oh, okay. And the manager's like, man, And the rep's like, ooh, that'll be good. Rep walks away, manager walks away, nothing changes. That's not coaching. You taught. And there's a big difference, right? So the role play sessions, right? Role play, practice sessions, right? Where you're actually working on the skill. And I don't care if they're an enterprise rep for 30 years or a brand new SDR. There are skills that every sales rep can improve upon if they are practicing regularly with their manager. Those 3 activities are the core of making your people better. So notice there weren't hopping on calls with your reps. There weren't like the deal reviews are in the one-on-one, right? That's what that's there for. But to me, that's where people should be spending more time. But a lot of managers truthfully waste a lot of time because they don't know where to spend their time. So they feel super busy, but really it's just a lot of busy work, right? They're in a bunch of meetings that they don't need to be in. They're sending a lot of emails they don't need to send, slacking people all day long, right? Like, and if you have to slack your people to find out what's going on, it means you're not running good one-on-ones.
Mm-hmm.
You should already know that system should already be in place. So to me, those are the core functions. And then the last one is, I think, very like company specific, where, so if you are hiring a lot, well, then that last activity is actually probably interview. If you're optimizing, then it's process creation, right? That's where that observation comes in, right? I do this with my managers all the time. It's like, show me. This just happened 2 days ago. It was on Monday, I think. I was like, someone was like saying, oh, like it just takes too long to like find these leads. I go, show me. Hop on a Zoom real quick. Show me. Click on 10 leads. Show me what's happening. And within 14 minutes, it's like, yeah, this is a problem. We need to fix it. Let's go. Right. But it's the observation, right? To be able to make something better versus just talking, especially now that we're all remote. It was one thing when you could like poke your head over someone's shoulder and see what they were doing. Can't do that anymore. So it's like, hey, hop on a Zoom, share your screen, show me what you're running into. So that, to bring it back, one-on-ones for people who are prepared, role play sessions. And these are separate from the one-on-ones. A role play session is you're doing it, not just talking about it, doing it. And then the observation, observing where your reps running into things or reviewing those calls so you know what you need to practice.
Finding, for me, like those 3 things, it was like finding my gears, finding second gear on a car. It's like I only knew how to drive a stick and I could only ever get it into first gear. Finding for me, it was like really nailing the process. So once we had our sales process document, I didn't even know what that meant. I thought I knew what that meant because I'd been a rep for so long. And when I got to learning from like real sales managers, I realized that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And so I won't go into the details, but like we had Jamie Buss on, we talked about like documenting your sales stages and your medic or medpic qualification framework. It doesn't have to be those ones, but those 2 elements combined with the like if you're building it from scratch, those two elements plus the role playing and call scoring, call reviewing sessions, those were like, I found my gears there. And whereas before I felt like I'm in first gear, I'm working as hard as I possibly can, revving the engine of my 83 Honda Civic to like the max. And I feel like the engine's going to blow and I haven't accomplished anything because I can only go, 10 miles an hour.
It's taking proper action. And if you're finding that you are spending too much time either asking questions of like what's going on or spending too much time just telling your reps what to do, it means you don't have a clear process in place. And it also means the coaching probably needs to improve there. But if you're not spending most of your time doing that, you're not getting the most out of your people. And it's also where you're going to burn out as a manager, because that's when you just feel like you're pushing against a wall all day long. You feel like you're working hard, but nothing's getting done. That's when you burn out.